What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Elder Scrolls 6 discussion on FudgeMuppet. My name is Michael, and today I want to talk a bit about NPCs, in particular whether all of them should be killable in Elder Scrolls 6, or if important ones should be kept essential and alive. Within Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, and of course Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim, NPCs that were needed for questlines could not be killed. In Oblivion they would be rendered unconscious and fly ridiculously around the place, which was heaps of fun, and in Skyrim they would become downed, only to later get back up. This was a problem because it ruined the immersion within the game. You could argue that if someone really wanted to kill Joffrey in Oblivion for whatever reason, they should be able to. The system was of course implemented to stop people from ruining the main questline by accident, and many people have said that it was pandering to audiences and dumbing down the game. If we look back to Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, NPCs could be killed regardless of their importance. Everyone was killable. This allowed the world to feel more real, as if players wanted to be reckless and screw with their own playthroughs, they could. They would get a notification on screen regarding the impact of their choice, and then if they were not happy with this, they were forced to reload the game. Sounds fair, right? Well, I'm here to say no. The problem with this is that NPCs could die outside of the player's control. I think using Skyrim would be a perfect example of what could go wrong with Elder Scrolls 6. Within Skyrim, random enemy encounters such as dragons and vampires attacking towns would lead to the death of just not merchants and innocent NPCs, which was annoying enough, but also of important quest characters. Imagine going to Riverwood only to find Delphine's corpse singed by dragon's breath, and now you can't continue the main storyline. Not really fair, is it? I think that being realistic can be taken too far. I mean, if it's realistic to have people die outside of your control and that ruins questlines and opportunities to enjoy a game to its fullest, I'd rather have a game slightly less realistic. Modders have already created mods to make all NPCs killable, and plenty of problems occurred as a result. I think it was Sorcerer Dave who was saying that when Delphine was sent to Kynes Grove on his playthrough, she died on the way there. I mean, Delphine dying in all these examples is fantastic because who likes Delphine anyway, but you get the idea. Here at FudgeMuppet, we think that the solution could be having important NPCs killable, but only by the player. This has been done in mods, and obviously it's not that hard to program. This works fantastically because it balances out the wants of both sides of the argument for killable NPCs in Elder Scrolls 6. Because the player can kill anyone, it pleases those who believe that everyone should be killable and that player choice should obviously have consequence, even if that consequence is unforeseeable. It also solves the issue of important NPCs dying out of the player's control, as if NPCs deemed essential were ambushed by a group of bandits or swarmed by massive spiders on their travels to a quest location, they would simply be downed. It would work exactly how Skyrim works now, unless of course you want the old Oblivion style of NPCs ragdolling unconsciously around the screen. Of course, however, differently to Skyrim, it would allow the player to kill people if they wanted to. So again, if Delphine is rubbing you the wrong way, off with her head. It's your problem then having no direction in the main storyline, and if you don't like this, you will have to reload the game. And that wraps up this week's Elder Scrolls 6 discussion on NPCs in Elder Scrolls 6, and whether or not they should be made essential, killable by all, or simply killable by the player. Tell us what you think in the comments below, like the video if you agree with our preferred system, and of course be sure to send in your video topic ideas. These discussions will continue every Friday up until the release of Elder Scrolls 6, so be sure to subscribe so you can stay tuned for more.